my lived experience. If you haven't already subscribed, click the link on the bottom right and turn notifications on, and then you'll be informed when I upload new content. In this video I'm going to attempt to describe my lived experience from the non-dual perspective, from the Advaita Vedanta tradition. And this is always problematic, of course, because I'm dealing in language, named symbols for shared communication. The nature of these uploads on my channel is that I'm sharing video and audio with people, my subscribers, and people who stumble across me on YouTube. And so the media we are working within requires me to communicate through language. And whenever I attempt to do that, to describe this felt sense of being, my lived experience, I'm never happy with the results. The phrase, the truth that can be spoken is not the eternal truth, from the Tao Te Ching springs to mind. Nevertheless, let's see if I can get close. There's a sentence in my book, No Path to Enlightenment, that might be a jumping in place for this description, and that is, the perfect being is replaced by the perfection of being. And what I'm trying to articulate here is that the idea that we can become perfect beings, or at least strive to fulfill what we believe our potential is, and to reflect back what we expect of ourselves and what we believe others expect of us, is trying to perfect our being. But this lived experience is an experiential way of being present in the moment. And so there is a perfection of being that isn't connected with an identity. There isn't an identified idea of self that needs to improve or act in a certain way or seek to improve. So the default position is this perfection of being, which is nothing to do with me, the identity. That is seen through as an illusion, and what is felt is the ever-present, eternal beingness, which is a connection with the simplicity of what is happening, the unfolding of what is happening. It's not that I'm accepting that unfolding, but that there is a realization that I am that unfolding. And that is the non-dual perspective that we try to articulate and name and write about. And even reflecting back what I've just said, I'm not happy with it. And so running in parallel to that is certainly a drive to improve, to get from this place to a better place, to bring order out of the chaos of life, to have structure, goals and aims, and to achieve and to move forwards in a positive and nourishing and psychologically healthy way. That all is happening, but it isn't defining me. I'm not at the mercy of the outcomes from those important ways of functioning in the world. That happens despite me, not because of me. I'm not driving to fulfill those needs, those needs of the individual self unfold and happen naturally because I see through that to a simpler way of being that infuses all those actions, that comes before all the surface drama of life, that is the foundation of everything that I've just mentioned. So that still place is in the action. It can't not be there. And when I say that still place, I'm talking about that perfection of being. In my book, No Path to Enlightenment, I call it the I before I am, or the absolute. Of course, these are names, and as such can be misinterpreted. But it's trying to point to an eternal stillness that is ever present and is unfolding in real time, in the moment, in each moment, and that infuses and brings action into the world, of which of course I'm a part, and then I navigate the world and I take action and I make mistakes and I get things right, and things happen that I wish were different, and things that disappoint me and things excite me, and there is joy and sadness, etc., etc., etc. But that is still seen through as illusionary, even in the action and in the experience and in the emotions of those manifestations. They are both real and unreal. And that sounds paradoxical, and it is. And it isn't understandable because it's not understandable. And so here language again starts to fail me in trying to describe how two things can be one. The two things I'm talking about here are the surface level drama that plays out in our lives that is very important. The feelings that make us feel good and feelings that make us feel sad. But at the same time, this perfection of being that infuses all those things, and that in one sense negates them, but in another sense creates them